Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to the Gaming 4. Today in this Unturned map editor tutorial, I will be teaching you guys how to use the terrain tools, details, and resources. So today I'm doing both of those tools because they're very similar and they both use a lot of bake settings. And the bake settings are going to be essentially the same with both of them. So right now I'm reusing this world. I use this world to do the materials before, and so I've just baked the materials on as they came default. And then I added these three circles, obviously. Okay, so first of all, resources has the one unique thing about it compared to details. You can place the resources manually. So you can place the trees manually. They have randomizers on them, how big they will be. And see the density and chance at the top? That has nothing to do with placing them by hand. It doesn't change the thickness or how close the branches are together, any of that. So the few basic things you need to know about placing them by hand is over here it'll automatically be on add. But to get rid of them, you have to press subtract, and you have to click at the very base of the tree. And these trees' bases are too wide for you to get to the inside because this actually follows the surface. So if you make the radius bigger over here, which controls the subtraction bubble, you can actually delete more than once or just get one if the trunk is too big. Okay, now for the bake settings for both the resources and the details. So over here we've got grass 1, grass 2, flower, rock, snow. These correlate with the materials, guys. This is really important because over here these are the matching ones for those materials. Now see the grassy 1, grassy 2, those correlate to grass 1, grass 2. Same with tree 1, tree 2. Now over here where it says flowery, rocky, snowy, this correlates with flower, rock, snow and flower, rock, snow. And those two are exactly the same. The settings are about exactly the same. The density and the chance do the same thing as well. Chance, so I'll give you a demonstration over here. This is a good way to do it. So these rocks, they can get pretty glitchy if you put the density and chance on high settings. So in the materials, right now I'll be looking at snow. Now within the snow, the snowy is checked, and then within the details this pebble is checked. So it will now have the chance. These ones, they are checked, but they're not going to be spawned because the chance is so low. Okay, we're not even going to spawn them. So with these pebbles, so the density is how far apart they are, which also determines how many there are, because the resource baker splits it into like chunks, like strips. You can sort of see the lines here. Those are not how big they are. They're bigger, but you can see what direction they're going in. So it's in a chunk about like that big, something like that. And so the density of the resources inside it is determined by this slider bar for each resource. So these are separate resources. They don't affect each other how they're placed. So then the chance, it determines how far away from the center of that plot for placing resources they will spawn. So I will show you if you put the chance all the way to the top and you bake it. So the chance isn't very high, so it's going to group them very close to the center of the plot. And as you can see, it's crappy. I mean, you don't need that. If the chance is all the way down, there's not going to be any at all because there's no chance it's going to spawn. So really, guys, for chance, the best place to put it, if you're going to do it yourself, is right at the beginning to get a good spread. Now, one thing that does change to change the thickness, how many there are, is the density. You can see they're now more clumped together. There's just more of them in general. If you put the density all the way down, obviously there's not going to be any. But if you put it up just a tiny bit, you'll have a few here and there. So, if you guys didn't pick this up already, you have to have these checked corresponding to the material that you want them to spawn on. So if I've got snowy checked and I've got pebbles 2 checked with snowy, obviously pebbles 2 are going to spawn on it. Now I could have pebbles 1 and pebbles 0, but their chance is all the way to 0, so they're not going to spawn anyway. But if I put it up, you'll see, guys, now there's multiple types. There's smaller ones, medium ones, and large ones. Those are the 3 types of pebbles, and you know, it just makes it look better to have the variety. And it's the same with sand. Actually, sand has the same let's see, let's go to materials and check out which ones sand has. I'm going to minimize that. Sand has rocky on. So right now, sand should be displaying only this type of pebbles. Only one type. I think that's accurate. Yep. They're exactly the same. They're just rotated randomly. Okay, guys, so now let's go to this farmland. Now, farmland automatically has grassy 2 checked. See, grassy 2. Grassy 1 is used by normal grass. It'll spawn flowers and stuff like that. For some reason, they're not showing them right now. But I think that's because it overloaded, so... Oh, no. It's because the details are not selected. That's stupid of me. Okay. So as you can see, grassy 1 automatically has different types of grass, different types of pebbles, and flowers. Grassy 2 only has the farmland, so that's how they keep it separate between farmland and that stuff. But if you want to put something like, you know, maybe you want to have like a crappy farmland, you want to put pebbles in it, you just have to check the pebbles, and now you got pebbles in your farmland. So guys, that's essentially how the baking works. It's really simple when you start working with it. All you have to remember is you don't want to have a super high or super low chance. And guys, if you use the bake right off the bat after you've materialed your land, it's really nice because it just puts them down in a very nice way. It looks very natural. And guys, I haven't showed you what baking is like for resources. I've only been doing small stuff, so I'll do that now really quick. Yeah, let's just show you what it looks like. And this one, since it's like hardcore, bigger baking, bigger stuff, you can change bake global or bake local. Bake local is only the screen you're looking at. Bake global will be everywhere. So I'll just do a bake global. As you can see, everything is selected for the grass, pretty much. And yeah, it's a good way to put down forest. But guys, you can also, like, see, look, that's birch. That's some sort of birch. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take out that birch completely. I don't want any birches on my map. Well, now if I bake global, there are no birches in my map anymore. So guys, it's easily customizable. You know, you can make them spawn on dirt. There are none that spawn automatically on dirt, neither on stone or sand or farmland. But guys, you can customize that all, but there are some that spawn on snow, which is pretty sweet because these look awesome. So, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. I know I definitely did in the making of this video. I wasn't quite sure how this bacon thing worked. So please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you'd like to see some more. I'll be going over every single tool that this map editor has in it. I'm glad to get rid of 2 of them today and get them down. So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.